All right. Good morning, everybody. Let's do a show. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Look, it sounded like the intro music was real quiet. So I see you, Uncle Steve. Good morning, and congratulations on drawing first blood. Hey, if anybody else, because I don't know what it sounds like on your end, obviously. Let me know if it seems like the intro music was just super quiet, because that's not what we want. I mean, I don't want to blow you out, but I don't want the show to start with a headphone warning, but I can't have it just dead air either. So y'all let me know how that's working out there. Anyway, so it is Monday morning, and I've talked about doing a mellow Monday morning, and this morning, I'll be quite frank, I've been digging through the news for the last hour and a half or so, and I haven't come across any, like good news stories that really kind of fit the bill. And then as I was setting up the show, I know, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about here. Let me show you this. Like, this is the base template. Uh, this is just kind of the generic show thumbnail that I use when we're throwing something together last minute, or for whatever reason there's we're not doing an original thumbnail in the morning. And so that's kind of that was my go-to the last couple of Mondays, trying to kind of keep it easy. So I think today, since I just don't have a great mellow Monday uh news story to cover, and it's not always going to be news. It's going to, in the future, mellow Monday, we might talk about a little philosophy, talk about uh interesting things that, news, sure, philosophy, sure, and we'll just kind of see how that develops. But I'm going to lean on you guys a bit to help me develop the kind of the feel of the whole mellow Monday thing. So this morning, while we're on air, over the course of the next 20 minutes or so, I am going to pull up, this is Mid Journey through Discord, and it, y'all might recognize this guy right here from a show, from a show we did last week that used. Oh no, I've already done another thumbnail since then. Okay, my bad. So I was going to show you all the other thumbnail, and anyway, I used this guy for the thumbnail about uh the homeowner that was arrested because of the squatters. So Sergeant Major says Saturday is supposed to be sunny and warm, and that would be Easter Saturday. I know it's always Easter Sunday, but we're actually doing our family Easter get together on Saturday this year, just because of family schedule stuff, and try to get everybody where they need to be on Sunday, or there was some travel and some other stuff. But yeah, so yeah, Dad, I'm looking forward to that. And plus, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Which reminds me, before we start on this, no show tomorrow. I'm actually going down a little bit further south to hang out with Mom and Dad for a little while, and the wife and I are going to go look at a couple of properties. Excuse me. It's a bit of a drive to get down there. And so I'm going to be on the road this time tomorrow, and I'm not going to try to do a show via my phone while I'm driving with all four screaming youngins in the van with us. So we're going to skip the show tomorrow, and I'll be back Wednesday morning. But this morning, I'm going to keep doing the Mellow Monday morning thing, but I want to design a better thumbnail, a better boilerplate thumbnail for when Mellow Monday is just going to be a conversation like this. So that's what we're going to do this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and sling some stuff into the AI image generator. And if you guys have any ideas, go ahead and type them up in the chat, and I can just copy and paste them from there to here, and we can put something together. So I'm going to / imagine a cup of hot coffee on a mellow Monday morning, and we'll just see what we come up with from there. I'm not going to do any augmentation to that. I'm just going to put it in 16:9 aspect ratio, make sure that it fits for a thumbnail. Let's see what the AI imager comes up with. And of course, whatever it comes up with, we'll have to bring it into Photoshop and put the Brushfire Mind logo on it, stuff like that. And that's not going to work. I see. I forgot to put the 2 dashes. So we might be able to do something with that, but got to put the 2 dashes in there before AR to get it to recognize the aspect ratio code line. Sergeant Major says, I still want you to do shows for kids. I've actually been thinking a little bit about something along those lines, old man. And even going so far as to take, I'd like to go so far as to take some things like the Little Red Hen, which is, public domain. So I could do a more conservative version of the Little Red Hen as a children's book and then read it. Read it on air as kind of a plug to maybe sell copies of the book. That might be worth exploring in the not too distant future. It is a venture that I don't want to engage immediately because I'm a little busy with some other stuff, and I'd like to get some of that stuff kind of resolved before I make another move like that. Dad points out Winnie the Pooh is public domain. That is correct. And just doing videos reading original Winnie the Pooh might not be a bad play. That might even be a good reason to build a kind of 100 Acre Woods Winnie the Pooh like set to do something like that. That might be a lot of fun. So here's some coffee cups that are very pretty. Maybe I think we want something brighter than this. And again, guys, if y'all want to if y'all have any ideas, you can just type them in. Just type just a description of an image into the chat there, and I can just copy and paste it, and we'll see what it does. With a beautiful sunrise visible through the nearby window. See what that one, oh, damn it. See what I did? You see what I did? I left out the 2 dashes again. Sergeant Major's right. The dash don't be silent. And those are actually some pretty good offerings from the AI there, but they're in a 4x4 aspect ratio, so that's not going to work. So we're going to run another one in the correct 16:9 aspect ratio. And then Sergeant Major said, do the same thing, but on the farm. With a beautiful sunrise over a farm visible through the nearby window. So what y'all are seeing right now, I mean, it depends on the kind of show that we're doing on any given day, but this is actually part of the process that I go through every morning when I'm putting together the show first thing in the morning and building the thumbnails. I like some of these. Those are pretty good. I think we'll go with something out of that generation, Dad. I don't want to do the canteen cup for Mellow Mondays. Let's see. I kind of like this one here. What do you guys think? Give me a vote on one of these 4. So from upper left to lower right, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a vote on one of those, and I'll try one out. But I'm going to go ahead and do some variations on image number 4. I think I like that one. Fish and Golf says image number 2, so I'll run variations on that one as well. And then in just a second here, we'll pick one of these, and I like where that's going. I like the direction that's going in. But we'll pull one of these into Photoshop and dress it up a little bit. Let's see. I think I really like number 2 here. Uncle Steve says 4. You mean this one? Right here where you see the little wheel there? Is that the one? Sergeant Major asks, who has drank coffee from a steel pot helmet with a platoon on patrol? We didn't have steel pot helmets anymore when I was on patrol, but I think I like this one with the road leading out to the barn. What do you think, guys? So let's do some variations on that one and on that one. Unfortunately, the chat's a little slow, so Dad says I like the lower right, and I'm not sure if you mean this lower right. Actually, that. That one's pretty good right there. Let's see how that comes out. And then I think we'll grab one of those. I like these, but they're just a little too dark, I think, for what I'm trying to do here. So I think I want to go with something with one of these that's a little brighter. And I mean, okay, all fairness, because of just the way that photography works, the interior is going to be a little darker. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Upscale that, and then I'm gonna zoom that one out so I can reorient the framing. I'd like to put the coffee cup a little bigger and a little more a little further over to one side to leave room for text. You can send me pictures, Dad. Yes. Uh, so, Dad, since it's you, if you want to send me a picture, just use Facebook Messenger, probably fine. But we've only got about 10 more minutes, so I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. I may be able to. I may be able to just grab it and save it for later. And I think I want to go with. I think I'm going to use number 2 because it's got the second window there. It's a little more open, and I'll go ahead and there's some stuff happening off camera that you guys can't see. I'll just pull that down over there, close that up, and bring up Photoshop. And here we go. So I'm going to bring that out here. I want a whole bunch of window, and I want the coffee cup over to one side like that. Y'all see what I meant by blowing it up so that I could reposition and kind of increase the size of the coffee cup. And I'll just here's my watermarked logo. Get a little balance over there. And then Mellow Mondays. I think we'll go with a bright yellow. Kind of punch that in there. Okay. How about this? Mellow Monday morning. Tighten that up a little bit. Fat fingered an extra M in there. I'm gonna hide this bit from you. That's what happened. Ended up with an accidental additional text layer there. Center all that up. All right. And then I don't want this coffee cup to drop off into the color so much there. So I'm gonna grab it up. Tighten that up a little bit. That coffee cup handle looks depressingly like an ear. Come on, you little bastard. It's having a real hard time with this this color right here because those two browns are so close. There we go. That's pretty good. That's good enough for government work. Okay. And then okay, I know I should be talking. I'm sorry. I'll let you have. I stuck you on dead air there for a second. Uh, just trying to kind of pay attention to what I'm doing a little bit. And nope, I got that wrong. Okay. There we go. Now I've got one without the sunshine. Dad says he's enjoying having coffee with the audience. Okay, so this one should be right there out the window. And get a little bit more contrasty, a little bit brighter out through the window. And then likewise, I want to, nope. Yes, live design is also hard mode. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go super contrasty and a little darker on all that interior. Let it get kind of cinematic so that it doesn't so that the interior doesn't distract too much from our real focus. And then, now that we've made the window pop a little more, I'm going to take that coffee cup that we chopped out and layered out, and I'm going to give it a little more pop, a little more cinematic presence. And there. And I hope y'all can see how much that really brought out. See, altering the contrast and the brightness there, how much it really brings out. Like, I bet y'all didn't even notice that you saw that there was a flower pattern on there. All right, here's the original image before I edited it, and you can barely even see that there's a flower pattern on that coffee cup there. So, see how much of a really substantial difference that made to that coffee cup there. But I don't like what it did to the shadow here. So I'm gonna get rid of that shadow there. Rather, I'm gonna keep the shadow. I'm gonna actually keep the shadow itself, but I'm gonna remove the design differences that I made there, and then, of course, with the now you can see that now the window pops. It looks great, but the yellow text against that window, it kind of blends down into that. So I'm going to bring the yellow text over the darker frame a little more, so that it draws the eye a little better. And then I'm going to drop some basic text effects on that little drop shadow, and I'm going to work that drop shadow up under the text so that it's I don't need the drop shadow to be out here on the farm. Work it just up under the text so that it just kind of gives a little bit of float. Text kind of hovers over that, and then that give it a little stroke to separate it, but that's a little too much black line, so I'm going to back that off to a nice clean black stroke, and let's give it a little shape, a little bevel and emboss. I think that looks pretty good. All right, so there we go. That'll be the new Mellow Monday morning coffee thumbnail. I'll bring that text back over just a hair there. I think that looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and export that to the live panel that I've got it handy. Let's call that Triple M plate. And there you go. All right. So thanks for hanging out with me this morning, guys. That's the show today. Tomorrow, like I said, we're not going to do the show because I'm doing stuff with the family, so we're leaving early in the morning. And yeah, thanks for watching this morning. nice mellow morning. I didn't dig into a bunch of tragic news stories. That there was some stuff this weekend that we are going to end up talking about probably Wednesday. And until then, thanks for watching. We love you, and we will see you Wednesday.